She's not the only one. I sent a message, I might say, but she responded promptly, and she was open to every conversation I had to share with her, and she accepted to be with us this afternoon. And we do not take it for granted. We do not take it for granted. People are paying a whole lot of money. People are paying so much to have this. But here we are. We have our dear sister with us to share. Let me just read a few things about her. I told her I'm going to do a few digging about her. She didn't believe it. But maybe getting to the end of the session. Her full name is Laudina also Amwa, a medical student, a midwife, a public speaker, and she's also a health advocate. And she's used LinkedIn to create impact across healthcare, leadership, and youth development. And she has also unlocked speaking engagements, partnerships, and mentorship opportunities. She's also championing women and child health. She's also championing preventive care and then youth empowerment. All of these, one person doing all of this, and it's so nice to have her with us. And sometimes when I go to her LinkedIn, I once in a while I just pass through her LinkedIn to see what is going on there. Sometimes I see the followership over 16,000. I'm like, hey, that doesn't even do. But then she's here to share with us, and I would not like to take much time. I will just allow her to share with us. So please, this is how it's going to be. We are going to allow her to share, and after which we will ask the many questions that we have to ask. So for now, we are just going to allow her do her presentation, and then right after the presentation. So whilst if you have any question, you can just jot it down, and then right after that, we'll take the many questions. I know you have many. Me myself, I have so many of them I want to ask. Because personally, I want to build my portfolio. I want to build my profile. I want to do it in a much better way. Right. So let's get ready, and let's ask all the questions that we have to ask her. All right. So, dear sister Laudina, if you can hear me, I will give you the opportunity to start your presentation now, and we are open to anything you are sharing with us.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, can you clearly hear me?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation, Joel. Thank you for the small chance to lick my brain part too. I am grateful and I am happy to be here. So, like Joel mentioned, I will be doing a presentation basically about LinkedIn and branding. I am not able to see you, and unfortunately, at this time, you can't really see me. So I'll depend on your reactions to know if you're following. Okay. And like I do for every LinkedIn webinar, before we start, every single one of us, if you have a LinkedIn account, share it in the chat box so that after we leave here, we don't leave here with just tips, but then we leave here with some extra connections or extra followers. So kindly put your LinkedIn handle in the chat box. And everyone, please take screenshots of it. Follow every single one here, okay? It takes one person to help another person. You can't do this journey alone. Thank you very much. Okay. Please, I'm not seeing your names in the chat box.
Yeah, so kindly let's just put our names in the chat box. And whilst the meeting is going on, just like she rightly mentioned, just go take the name, go and follow the person on LinkedIn. It takes one person to create a connection, and we are doing that. So please kindly let's just respond to whatever she's asking us to do. Please kindly, let's put our names in there. Your LinkedIn name, just put it in the chat box.
Yes, and while we do that, I will try to share my screen. Please let me know when you can see it.
Yeah, I think Roger has dropped his name. Dear Sister Laudina, myself, Gabriel. Please drop your LinkedIn name. Oh. Let someone follow you.
Yes, and please, I'll follow each and every person here. So let's do that so that, like I said, we don't leave here with just the tips, but then also a few extra followers, a few extra connections. Yes, I think we can move on. While I speak, you can still add your name. Like Joel rightly said, my name is Laudina Oswamwa. And for now, let's just say I'm a student at KNUST. And today we will be talking about building our personal brand on LinkedIn. We are in a digital world. Back in the days where people had to go for them to be coached, for a whole brand itinerary to be created around them, we are really not doing that anymore. The world has evolved, and so we evolve with it. And we are doing so with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is now the best professional platform you can put yourself on or you can find yourself on. There are recruiters, there are CEOs, there are professors, there are employers on LinkedIn, and there are so many opportunities that are on LinkedIn, such that if you position yourself well, you can be seen. And any opportunity you would love to get, you can get it on LinkedIn. Now, it's not who you know anymore. See, when you go to a company and then probably you want to get employment or you want to get to talk to the CEO, you have to know somebody in there for the person to, hold your hand and send you in there. Now, it doesn't really work like that anymore. It's rather who knows you. Do you get it? If we mention the name Joel, who knows Joel? When we enter a company, does who knows Joel to, oh, Joel is this kind of person, Joel is this kind of person, who knows? And now with LinkedIn, immediately you Google a person's name, the person's LinkedIn account comes first. And that shows you how important LinkedIn has become in our society. So we are going to look at optimizing our profile, creating meaningful content, and building meaningful network. Right.
Yeah.
Let me just play the slideshow. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, we will look at optimizing our profile, creating content that attracts opportunities, building a network with confidence, and using LinkedIn intentionally for career growth. People would ask that, so why should we go on LinkedIn? For me, LinkedIn is, yes, a social media platform, but it's more than a social media platform. It's even far more than a job search platform. It will help you to build your professional identity. It will help you to showcase your achievements. It will help you find internships, scholarships, and others. And it will help you connect with people. And over there, you can learn. Anytime you open LinkedIn, you will find somebody showing or sharing a financial management tip. You find somebody doing some health education. You'd find somebody teaching how to, go through a proper interview. You will learn all of these things, and you'll be able to build credibility before graduation. That is, if you are a student. You don't need to wait to graduate before you start building your brand. And even in schools like here in UST, if you have a brand, you are able to stand out. And that really helps you in getting to know the connections and getting you other opportunities. So your LinkedIn profile is your first digital impression. Think of it as your even digital CV. Because believe you me, now a lot of schools outside the country, when you apply for these programs or even when you apply for these scholarships, in the application form, they will ask for your LinkedIn handle or your LinkedIn name, your name on LinkedIn. Why do they do this? They want to look you up, look at what you've been doing, the impact you've been making, whatever you've been up to on LinkedIn. So I think it's very important for us that we have this webinar. And for me as an individual, LinkedIn has done so much for me. If I'm to tell you my story, when I got on LinkedIn, I didn't have the thought of doing anything at all. Honestly, it was a friend of mine, my mentor, who was like, Laudina, there is this LinkedIn. Why are you not on LinkedIn? And me, I didn't see it as anything because I was like, when I open LinkedIn, somebody is celebrating this, somebody is doing this. Me, I don't have anything to say. Oh. I don't have anything to share. So why should I be on LinkedIn? But then I hope that I'm able to convince you enough to see the need to be on LinkedIn and not just be on LinkedIn, but then build your profile and stand out on LinkedIn. Moving on, we are going to audit our profiles. Now, if you have a LinkedIn account, that is a plus for you. So out of 10, just look at these items you have on the profile scorecard and then score yourself. If right now you have like 3 over 10, by the end of this webinar, you should have like 8 or 10 over 10. Please, are we following? If you just have your LinkedIn app, that means you are just 1 over 10. You have a long way to go to get to 10 over 10. And I'm hoping that by the end of this webinar, this score can improve. So rate yourself right now. If you look at your own LinkedIn account, maybe you have your professional photo, maybe you have your about section, maybe you have your education there, but then still, maybe a number of things you haven't done them or they are not up to par. So rate yourself and keep your number in mind. When we are done, make sure that you would improve. Okay. Let's zoom right in. And the first thing we are going to talk about is your profile photo. I mean, anybody who sees the LinkedIn app, opens the app, and you, even if you see a name, the first thing you check is the profile photo attached to the name. Who is this person? How does this person look like? Now you have to make sure your profile photo looks professional and friendly. Please, this is not the place we are coming to put our Snapchat pictures, our selfies with filters. It's a professional platform. We wouldn't want a situation whereby we see you like this and then people are not even able to recognize you in person. Are we following?
Yes, we
Make
are.
sure it's clear and it's of high quality. Don't make it difficult for us to identify you via your profile photo. And it should be a recent picture of you. Like I said, we should be able to see it. And when we see you passing by, we can point and say, oh, this is Joel. I remember one time in school, I was around the canteen and a guy walked up to me holding his phone towards me like this. And it was my picture. And he was like, please, this is you, right? In my head, I was like, oh, it's nice to come and say hi, but then why do you have to come along with my picture? Okay. So let's make sure it's professional and friendly, it's clear, of high quality, it's well lit, and it's recent. If you ask me, I would say that the profile picture you would use, make sure your face fits like 2/3 of the whole small circle. This is not where we are also coming to look at your nice dress. We know you have really, really nice dresses, but please, the focus should be on your face because that is the first thing that people would see when they see your LinkedIn account. And if your profile is faceless, it's very easy to get skipped. It's very easy because when I just see a name, I'm not able to attach any face to the name. So I will just skip. If you send me a message, I will think twice. Maybe I'll check if I have time, then maybe I can come and reply you. Because if you don't have a face, how sure am I that I'm not going to get scammed or anything like that? I hope we are following.
Yes.
Yes. If you don't have a professional picture, now AI has come to stay. You can use AI, but not let AI use you. You can use AI, do not let AI use you, my friends. The way certain people use AI, immediately you see something they have written or a picture they have created or even the flyer, you immediately see it's AI. Recently, a guy texted me on LinkedIn and I replied, and he said he wanted to be my graphic designer and videographer. And I was like, oh, that's so kind of you. That's so nice of you. And he even told me he was in Nigeria. So I was wondering if he wants to be my videographer, how would this work? But then I was willing to give it a try that if not videographer, you can still be my graphic designer, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that time I hadn't yet reached 16,000 followers. I was like, I'm about to hit 16,000. So please, this is my picture. Design a flyer for me. This guy designs a flyer and then everything is screaming AI on the flyer. My face even changed totally on the flyer. And I was like, oh, this is nice. So, but my face changed. And please, did you use AI? He said, no, I used Photoshop. I was like, oh, okay. In this instance, you've used AI, and it's not even the fact that you've used AI. You're also lying to me that you did not use AI. It's been Photoshop. This is just to say that even when you're using AI, use it in such a way that it's not really noticeable. You can easily use AI to create a photo. You can use Remini, you can use Gemini, you can use Chat GPT, but then go with a detailed prompt that they should not change your face and that they should maintain the quality and then the body proportions in your picture. Please, I hope you are following.
Yes, please.
Better so you can just go to a studio or get a nice phone, a nice camera, and take a professional picture. I mean, it's good to always have a professional picture in case you have to go up on a flyer or to do anything professional in that regard. Now we'll move on to the banner. The banner, I would say, is your digital business card. So the kind of details sometimes you'd want to have on your business card, those details should be on your banner. Who you are, what you do, the value you bring, and your contact information should be on the banner, especially for people who provide certain services on LinkedIn. Say you are a caterer or you're an event planner. It's a business and you would want people to be able to reach out to you. You can kindly use your phone number or you can use your email. I refrain from using phone number because in as much as there are a number of people who are willing to learn and then there are lots of opportunities on LinkedIn, you might also find people who would quote unquote just disturb. Okay, so I refrain from doing that. But then you can, depending on the kind of value and the kind of impact you want to make. So for the value you bring and who you are, it can be in a wider range from healthcare to business to leadership to research to engineering to speaking. It can be in any of these. And I used my banner here so that we can learn from it. That is, I choose to have my picture on my banner. And if you have noticed, everything is shifted a bit to the right side. The profile picture covers a bit on the banner, so I've let that space there so that I don't have any information there that can be covered. So everything is a bit shifted to the right. And I have my value. I have what I bring to the table, committed to impact, driven to care. It's just a summary of what is on my headline. And we will look at that very soon. And then who I am. I'm a health advocate, I'm a public speaker, and the leader. It's just a summary. You don't have to put so much information on your banner that it's looking so plenty. Do you get it? And then I have my email beneath that. And then I have a call to action. Let's connect. It could be, if it's your number, it could be you can send a DM now. You can text me. Okay, you can follow. Let's connect. All of these can be used. And one more thing to note is that when we are choosing the theme or the colors for our banner, we should make sure that at least it complements or matches that on our profile picture. We wouldn't want a profile picture with, say, you're wearing a blue suit with, let's say, a red background, and then a blue suit with a red background is even given red flag. But have a neutral background on your profile, okay? So white, cream, black, they are all neutral colors. You can easily use that. So you're wearing a blue suit, red background, and your banner is giving pink and yellow. It's a lot of colors coming to play. And like we've been saying all this while, LinkedIn is a professional platform. So go with the flow. Look professional. Do not come and look like you are playing here. Please do we get it? And we can easily create a banner with the Canva app. Canvas. That is what I use to create my banner. So when you open the app, you go to the search bar, type LinkedIn banner or LinkedIn cover photo. You would see a number of templates, and then you can choose the one which would suit your taste or your preference. The Canva app, Canvas. Okay, now to the headline. Your headline is also one thing that is very important. When somebody sends a connection or when you send a connection to somebody, before the person can tap the tick or the cancel sign, you can see the person's name, you can see the person's profile picture, and then I think the first two lines of the person's headline. This just gives a preview of who you are to whoever you've sent the connection to. So, this is how we create our headline. You have to put who you are, what you do, your interests, and the value you bring. I have the short formula down here. If you're a student, usually students have this issue with, oh, I'm just in school, oh, I don't join any group, I don't do anything. So, what can I put on my headline? Yes, you don't join any group. Yes, you don't do anything in school, but then you have interests. There might be certain sections you would want to enter or certain things you might be enthusiastic about. You can put all of these things there. So, for this is an example, before the person just has student, but then after a good optimization, you can have what kind of student are you? Are you an accounting student? Are you a business student? Are you a pharmacy student? You put that there. Something you are interested in. This person is passionate about women's health. Okay. Something the person does is also to advocate for women's health. The person is also a public speaker and is into leadership. Make sure that the things on your headline should all not conflict. They should be relatable, they should relate with each other. There might be certain things that you are into that you can choose not to put on your headline, but you can put somewhere else, and we will come to that. This person is a student. This person is passionate about women's health. Medical student, it's a health field. Women's health, health field. Health advocates with health field. Public speaking is a skill you can get in leadership. You can get in even being an advocate. Okay, so you can clearly see that these things the person has put on their headline, they relate and do not conflict so much with each other. Okay, there we have the headline formula: who you are, what you do, your interests, and the value you bring. Moving on, we are going to talk about your about section and your experiences. So, the about, when you look at the headline, beneath the headline, you would see a tab that has, what do they have there? Add section, add a section. So, when you tap on it, you would see recommended, core, and other ones. When you look through it, sometimes you can choose to put like your information on there that will give you like so much details on your profile. So whether they have the about section, they have languages, they have skills, they have certificates, what else? I think they have licenses, they have awards. All of these are there, but then you choose to put them. But then make sure that with the core, you have everything on your profile. And one part of it is the about. With the about section, they provide you a large space. If we bring it to the real world, it's like they've provided you with an A4 sheet where you can write everything. You can put in a lot of words there actually. This is where you tell us who you are, what are your interests, your journey, your future goals, what brought you this far, what inspires you. Do you get it? This place, you can tell us your whole story. It's a very big space, and you might think that people will not read. But somebody like me, I will read because usually I'm interested about what stories people have behind their personalities, behind their profiles, behind what they do. Okay. And make sure that even with the about section, the first paragraph or the first sentence should be catchy enough to interest anybody to read. If I enter your about section, the first thing I see is my name is so and so, it's very likely I will skip it because already I have seen your name on your profile. Yes, I have seen your name, and that is what has led me to enter to view your profile and to read you about. So please let it be catchy. Let it be your story. And as I said, you can use AI, but do not let AI use you. You can ask AI to draft an about you. You can give AI the details or what it knows about yourself. And please modify and edit it. After it comes out, there are certain times when AI gives you a text or a passage or anything, they use certain symbols that they use all the time. The dash symbol is one of them. You can take that out, go through the text, edit it to sound like you, and then you can use it. And believe you me, it's very important to set people because they would want to know what drives you, what inspires you, what have you planned for your future. And at the end of your about section, you should add an invite to connect. So you can say something like, "Oh, after all of this, so and so, I would like to connect with interested people or people who share in my interests can follow." That is something simple that you can add, but always add an invite to connect. Then we come to your experience. With your experiences, you can add positions you've held or positions you are holding. You volunteered in any work. Please put it there. You might see that, oh, this thing I did is not anything, oh. But then that might catch a recruiter. That might catch an employer. That might catch somebody who is looking for somebody to invest in. Please, do we get it? Even if it's just a communal cleaning exercise, you can talk about it there. If you have pictures, they have avenue for that. Add the pictures, add the proof that you actually do this and this. So if you hold a position, you're a general secretary of a particular association, please put it there. The timelines are there. Put in your details. If you've held positions even while you were in the university or even as you're in the university, please put it there. That might be that thing that would attract a recruiter, or that might be that thing that will attract an opportunity. Okay. And when you are putting in your experience, please do not just write it and just leave it there, as I would say. For example, we have here the first time the person says assisted during an outreach, but we can make it better. You can make it coordinated a health outreach screening over 250 community members while leading a volunteer team. Please put the facts there. Let us know that, oh, this is what this person is talking about. These are the number of people this person worked with. And even if you do not want to add the description, it's fine. If you have pictures, please add it. Let us see the proof to these things you are talking about. Are we good? Can I see your reactions? Are you following? Thank you. Let's move on to your skills and recommendations. Now, even while you are selecting your experiences, they can ask you to talk about certain skills you acquired during such experiences. If you are saying that you are telling your headline that you're a pencil artist, you should be able to know how to draw, right? And so I should see drawing as part of your skills. Are we following? If I see that you are a leader, on your headline or you've spoken about leadership, I should see some decision making skills. I should see some teamwork skills in your skills section. If you say you're an advocate, that means you speak to people. I should see some public speaking skills. Let it all correlate. Do not let us see that you're a caterer on your headline and then we come to your skills and we don't even see anything cooking. That means that, so you're a caterer without a skill. Is that what it is? Let's refrain from that. If you're a nurse, probably some, even if if you're not doing home care, some basic life-saving skills are there that you can input them there. And then with the skills itself, they give you a wide variety of options you can choose from. So whatever that fits with what you do, you can select it or you can put it there. And recommendations. Recommendations are generally very important, but then they become specifically important when you want to apply for certain opportunities. Probably you want to apply for a school, or you want to apply for a job, or you want to apply for a scholarship, or something of that sort. You can get your employer to recommend you. That is, if he or she is also on LinkedIn. Just say one or two words about you. And we have an example here from a clinical supervisor saying that this person is a dependable leader who elevates every team. That is just something short, something nice a supervisor is saying about a person. And that is good. If you want to apply for a school's, probably a master's program or even a degree, anything at all, you can let your lecturer recommend you. That is if he or she's on LinkedIn. You can let your friends even recommend you. I mean, they are your friends first before your supervisors or your bosses come in. And also, the education part, I think it's part of the core sections. You can add it, the schools you've attended, and don't limit yourself. You can put in your SHS, your universities. If you've attended multiple ones, you can put all of them there with the various courses you have attended. Okay, and then even there, they ask you probably you played any role while or you were holding any position while you were in the school. You can add it. Like I said, that might be that one thing that will attract their opportunity. Okay. Now that I'm sure we have gone through profile optimization, we have exhausted the the features that we need to look at. And so we'll be looking at creating content. Please, if you have any questions, you can put them down. When we are done, I will take them and we will discuss them. Now, to creating content. Yes, we have optimized our profile. We are there, but then what are we doing with it? Most of us have the LinkedIn accounts. Yes, we have our names, we have our pictures, we have everything done perfectly. But we are not saying anything. Nobody is seeing us on LinkedIn. We are still with our 30 followers and all of that. How do we get people to see us? How do we become visible? If you're invisible, obviously nobody can see you. And so creating content is a way to stand out for people to see you. You don't even need to be an expert to create content. You don't have to have 10,000 followers to create content. Even with one follower, you can create content and people will get to see you. You have to be authentic. Yes, I've heard people saying that, oh, on LinkedIn, everybody is saying something, they are lying, they'll go and do something small, then they'll come and make it look like it's big. Yes, it might not be big to you, but to them, it's a huge thing. Believe you me. Maybe somebody will just get a degree. Maybe you have masters, you have a PhD, so it's not big to you. For me, it's a very big thing, and so you need to be authentic with your own thing. And so we are going to look at some content pillars we can use to create content. Someone might say, I don't know what to create content on, I don't know what to post on. You can post on lessons from your lectures, some clinical experiences, volunteer work, leadership lessons, personal growth, events, books, research. And one thing I didn't put here, and that works very well for me, is memes. I don't know if you all like memes, but then for me, when I see them and I'm able to learn from them, sometimes I share them. And the first one I shared, and I think it was my first viral post, I had over 1,000 reactions on it. And that is a post I started with if I go to Rome, they will do what I do. It was a meme I saw somewhere, honestly. I just saw it, I was like, oh, this speaks to me in a different way. Not in a way that, oh, when I go there I'll be rebellious or anything. But then if I'm in a corrupt society and then I can do the right thing, then I can also get people to follow me and look at what I'm doing and do the right thing as well. So I said, why not post about it? I mean, this is just something I've thought of. So I would want to share. Maybe people can also relate. So I didn't even think so much about it. Just sat down, drafted something, got AI to polish it, went through it, and then I posted it on LinkedIn with some picture I took in front of my classroom. And I think I engaged a little. And the following morning, I just saw that a lot of people were reacting, people commenting. I was like, wait, what is going on? Before I went through the comments and saw how well people related with the post. You need to be authentic. You do not need to be an expert. Let us remember that. And most often, people will remember your stories more than your achievements. Yes, it is nice to celebrate an achievement. Oh, I have recently graduated. That is nice. I have reached 1,000 followers. That is nice. But then, what are the stories behind some of these achievements? You went through school to get your degree, right? What are some of the stories or some of the things you can tell us from your time in school something we can learn from, something that can inspire somebody, something that can push somebody. Okay, let's take note of that as well. Now we're going to go through the LinkedIn post formula that I use for my posts all the time. So the first one we'll look at is your hook. The hook is the first two lines of every post. So I'm going to relate to how I post a lot because so far I think it helps. And before I go on, let's note that something that can work for person A might not work for person B. Let's understand this. Not all fingers are the same. Somebody might try to be an influencer on TikTok. I think somebody has been trying to be an influencer on TikTok for years. Umbloda. But we have other people making good money from influencing on TikTok. And you ask yourself why. But then I will show you how I do mine so that I hope that it can also help. The first thing is the hook, the first two lines of your post. When your post pops up on the feed, we see the image attached, and more, I think all the time I attach an image to my posts. So when we see the image attached, we see the first two lines on top of the image. What is that? What is it telling me? Is it catchy enough? Is it making me want to tap on the more and read the rest? Are we getting it? It's very important because there are lots of things people post on LinkedIn. There are a lot of information on the feed. Why should I stop and read yours? Especially if you are now coming up. Okay, why should I stop and read yours? That means your hook should catch me even before I get to know your name. Your hook should catch me, it should attract me. Okay, now the story you add, share a real story, share a specific moment. I always say that when I'm making a post, I try not to put so many ideas in one post. It makes it look like I'm doing too much just on one post. Meanwhile, I could make a different post out of it. So you should be specific with it. And then add a lesson, at least one clear takeaway. You can't make a post and probably the hook will catch me or something will happen and I'll tap on it and I'll read. And then I read and I'm done. I'm like, okay, so like what did I read? Why did I even read this? Let us learn something from your stories. Let us learn something from your posts. Educate someone, inspire someone, push someone, drive someone to do something. You can add a question. Now, adding a question can help in a lot of ways because when you add a question, that means it warrants an answer. People can come and put the answers in your comment section, and that helps your post to appear more on the feed. Okay, and before you post, you engage 30 minutes before. After you also post, you engage 30 minutes after. See, you might not have the time. I think there was a time while I was on vacation and then I could stay on LinkedIn like almost all 24 hours. And that was because I was just reading, engaging, and all that. But then I can't do that anymore. And sometimes I'm sure some of you cannot even do that because you have work, you have school, and all of that. But then try at least 10 posts there. You read it and then you leave some comments on it. Leave meaningful comments on it. Don't go and read a post and because we have said, oh, engage before and after and change now you want to leave a comment, then you go and the person is talking about AI, you don't know anything about it, they go and leave some comments, then it leaves everybody looking at you like, okay, so what are you saying? Like this is so not related. And one of the easiest posts you can comment on our post, that warrant congratulations. That one day I'm guilty of it. Unless I don't see I am celebrating so and so, I'll quickly go and type congratulations under, whether I know you or not. And that is the good thing about LinkedIn. People will celebrate you. I mean, I didn't know Joel. I had never seen Joel. But then through LinkedIn, through commenting, through celebrations and all of that, now I know Joel. And that is how it works. Okay. Let's take note of that. So there's just an example of the hook. We've touched on that already. And I hope we remember we should take note of the message we have been putting off, the message we are sending outside. So that when you make the post, people even know how you sound before they meet you in person. I think I made a post on that as well, talking about how your post should sound like how you talk in person. When we read it, let's know that okay, this is how Laudina talks. And for me, with posting every time, I think not with my first post, but later on, I realized that I wanted um a hashtag that immediately people see anywhere, they will know that oh, this hashtag is for Laudina, or it's Laudina who usually uses this hashtag. So I always use hashtag lead with Laudina. It's something I just created for myself because I wanted to. I'm into leadership and all about leadership. I used to talk about leadership a lot, and so I wanted to use that hashtag to help to make people identify me easier, such that when people type in the search bar, maybe they want some tips on leadership, they type lead, your post can easily pop up. And we should use words that are search engine optimized, so that when somebody is looking for maybe a recipe on how to cook, let's say fufu, maybe you have made a post on fufu before. So because you've used fufu in your post, when you type it, your feed will come up and the person would be able to get the information they want. I hope we are following. Okay. Now with networking, have I exhausted everything on posting? Have I? Yes, I think so. with I feel like I have so much to say, but I think it will come along the line. With networking, like I've already said, it's no more who knows you. It's no more who you know, it's who knows you. And if it's not just about asking for a job, with networking, you can learn from the person. You can share certain things with the person. You can support the person, and you can build trust. And if you come to me and then you're saying, "Oh, Laudina, please, I want to get, let's say, a certain dress. Do you know anybody?" I will recommend somebody I know. Okay, I won't come and tell you that, "Oh, I have heard." Or this girl passing there, I think she sells clothes, so let me recommend you. No, I will not do that. I'll recommend somebody I know, somebody probably in my contact list. Okay, so if you don't get to network, if you don't get to know people and let people know you, how will you be recommended for certain services that you might be providing? Okay, so people will recommend people they know, trust, and remember. And in networking, you don't always have to be trying to connect with the big men, the top people. Sometimes most of them cry. They are not the ones who handle their LinkedIn accounts. And they won't even have time to open it to see. I remember when I went on LinkedIn fresh, I have this lecturer. I went to him, I was like, Prof, I sent you a connection on LinkedIn. I was like, on LinkedIn? Yes, I'm on LinkedIn, but my cohort about 3 months new. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. One day when you open the app, then you accept my connection. Till date he hasn't, but we move. Okay. So you don't always have to be aiming the top people. The first set of people or the first line of connections you can make are your peers. It's your same classmates or your same peers that in future will become these employers, will become these ministers, will become these big men. And so those are the first line of people you have to connect with. And it's easier to connect with them. Do you get it? So 70% of your connections can be your peers. Then 20% can be the professionals ahead, the mentors, the people you look up to, the recruiters, the lecturers, the employers. Okay, then the 10% can be the industry leaders, the Elon Musks. Now, Elon Musk, you can't even send a connection anymore. You just have to follow. You have no other option than to follow. The big people, you can just follow. Okay, let's take note of the 70-20-10 rule. And after you send a connection request, what's next? It's like going to tell a girl you like her and then you just say, hello, hi, my name is, say, Kwame, and then you just end there. Like, oh, me, if you say that thing, I'll just be okay. So, hi, Kwame, why are you talking to me? What do you want? How can I help you? Those questions will follow, right? I mean, if anybody was to walk up to any of you and introduce themselves without saying anything, of course, you'd want to probe further. How can I help you? So even before sending a connection request, you have to read the person's profile. And with LinkedIn, when you open a person's profile, the person will be able to know that somebody has read my profile. In certain instances, you might not see the exact person, but I don't know if it works for other people as well. For me, sometimes I'm able to see that this person read my profile. Now let's do this example. If I didn't know Joel, okay, and Joel reads my profile, then I have seen a notification Joel has read my profile. I'm like, okay, a certain Joel has read my profile. Then I see Joel commenting on my post. Any post I make, Joel will come and comment on it. I'm like, okay, this same Joel is commenting. Okay, that's nice. Then I'll see Joel will send me a message. Already, I know Joel. I might not know him personally, but I know his name. There are certain people on LinkedIn that all the time they repost my post, and I'm always so grateful for such people because they consider you enough to send your post to their connections as well. So if there's a person like Joel and then he comes to send me a message, I'm already familiar with the name Joel, and so it's easier for me to respond to Joel. Do we get it? Compared with somebody I've not even seen before, I've not even seen the name anywhere on LinkedIn before, then the person immediately sends me some long message. A message like this, it's very hard for me to open to read. So you read their profile, know who they are and what they do. You find a common interest. Maybe both of you attended the same school. Maybe both of you are interested in the same thing. Probably you are both interested in finance. Something to talk about, such that when you introduce yourself and then the conversation starts, that thing can keep the conversation going. And then engage with their content. Be intentional about it. This lets the person know that, oh, this person actually cares, or this person is even trying to get my attention. And then when you finally get to send the message, send a personalized message. Don't just type hi and leave it. Don't just say hi, say why. Okay. Reference, tell the person why you are texting. A lot of people on LinkedIn, like ourselves, we don't always have the luxury to be scrolling on the app. So when I open my messages and I open my message this morning, I see I have 50 messages. I quickly scroll to the last one and start scrolling back. If I just see hi, 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 make sure and it's not to be rude or anything, but then sometimes you might not have enough time to actually be replying to all of these messages. And to me, if you had something else to say, you would say it immediately, you say the hi. Please, do we get it? And most of these times, this person you're texting, you would want something from the person. So when you send a message, you add something, something specific, something real. So an example here, hello Dr. Mensa, I attended your session on healthcare innovation and found it inspiring. I'm a medical student interested in public health and would love to stay connected. With this, the person is not even asking for anything, the person just wants to stay connected, and that is totally fine. But then at least I have introduced myself. I have shared something that interests us both. I attended a session that Dr. Mensa hosted, and then it's totally fine. Okay, it's specific and it's respectful. And yesterday there was a summit that I helped organize, and one thing that was shared under by Dr. Esquire Isikum was that something like birthdays, Happy New Year, Happy Easter, these things. When you are sending a connection with someone and you don't have to talk all day, these things you don't forget. Probably you have a lecture, you want something from the lecture, and it cuts across, not even just on LinkedIn. You want to get something from the lecture, but then you don't know how to say it right away. But so that the lecture has you in mind, at least Happy New Year, Happy Easter, dear. These things, you don't forget it. Okay. And in building the relationships, there are certain things we should look at, certain things we should be doing, and then certain things we should not be doing. Let's keep congratulating promotions and milestones. Comment thoughtfully on their posts. Share useful resources. Support their work publicly. Check in occasionally. And thank people who help you. I think I've said a little about these things already, but then I'll say it again. You can, if they're celebrating a milestone, be thoughtful enough. Share some congratulatory messages. It helps the person know that, oh, at least this person cares enough to come and congratulate me. Comment thoughtfully on their post. Okay, don't just go and leave something unrelated and then you are just left there. The person cannot even reply or doesn't even know how to reply you. And be checking in from time to time. thank people who help you as well. Let's just avoid sending hi, avoid asking for jobs immediately. It's like once again going to tell a girl you like her immediately, hello, hi, my name is Kwame and I like you. I want you to be my so and so. The girl be like, why are you doing this? Is this how you do your thing in your hometown? It's not done. So it's the same here. You can't just text somebody and ask for a job immediately. Send your CV immediately. Take time. In healthcare, we will tell you build the rapport first. Okay, build the rapport, and after connecting, don't disappear on the person. After connecting, then you shoot. But when you need the person, you start texting. That is not done. Even in real life, we wouldn't want that to be done to us, and so don't do it to someone else. And copy pasting the same message. So LinkedIn has these automated messages, I think, even when you are sending a message to somebody. Please let's avoid using those ones because I think for me, when you send a message like that, it comes in quotation marks, and I can easily tell you have used some of those messages. So let's avoid doing that. Be genuine in everything you do. Send your own, personalize your own message. Okay. And then using AI without personalizing. This one I have said it, sir. Use the AI, but don't let AI use you. You go and tell AI, oh, I have seen this recruiter and I want to send a thoughtful message. Draft something for me. Immediately they will draft something long for you. Then you copy. Then you go and paste it there. It's not nice. You not even read it, so you don't even know what is in the message. It's not a nice thing to do, and it's not a good thing to do. So let's avoid using AI without personalizing. And the key message here is that relationships grow through consistency. In everything you do, consistency is key. If you are pursuing a girl, once again, pardon me for using this example, but I think it's something we can easily relate to. If you are pursuing a girl and you tell her the first time you like her, then you ghost her, son, then you come again, you come and tell her another one, then you ghost her, son. Because when you're serious. And it's the same with wanting opportunities or wanting help from other people. The person will say you are not serious. So let's note that relationships grow through consistency. I think we are wrapping up, and this is something that we can do for ourselves. If you don't have time, and I'm sure most of us are already swamped with work and school, you can set this timeline for yourself. Left to me alone, you can complete everything we've spoken about this evening. Now. But some of us will procrastinate. So let's give ourselves a task every week. Okay, so the first week, you complete your profile with everything we have spoken about. You check your photo, you check your banner, your headline, finish the scorecard we spoke about. Do you guys remember? Yes, I told us to keep our numbers in our head. The scorecard we checked. We started, if we had 3 over 10, now I think something should be done about it. It should improve. Let me see us getting 10 over 10. You finish your scorecard. Then week 2, you try and connect with 20 professionals. With LinkedIn, there is always a connection limit at the end of every week. So what I do is that throughout the week, when I go through the feed and I read something, actually, sometimes it's not always that I even read everything. So I see somebody I've not followed yet or somebody I've not connected yet. I will connect. And Sunday, so a day like this, after this program, I will sit down and exhaust all the slots. Connect. Whether I know the person, whether I don't know the person, I will connect until they tell me my weekly limit is up. Okay. The third week. And one more thing too about sending connections is now when you're sending a connection, LinkedIn gives you the option of adding a message. See, like I've said, if this is somebody that you know you want something from, somebody you'd love to learn from, somebody you'd want the person to get back to you, personalize the message, add a message. Okay, don't just send a raw connection. Okay. Then in week 3, you have to publish one original post. If you've not posted anything on LinkedIn before, if you don't know what to post, you can start with an introduction. Let us know on LinkedIn that you have arrived, you have come. We will welcome you nicely. Actually, and I've seen a number of introductory posts on LinkedIn that have gone viral. The LinkedIn algorithm is weird. Sometimes you might think you have figured things out, but then you've not figured anything out. You can make a post, you think that, oh, this post, dear, I know I'll get like 1,000 reactions. I know this one, they have done well. You make the post and you get like 50. I remember my ever first LinkedIn post still has 31 or 32 reactions. So let's look at the formula we also use and use it. The hook to story, lesson, and the question. And remember to keep it real, keep it authentic. Okay. One more thing I didn't mention that has come to mind just now is that you see sometimes, say, let me come to health. I'll be more biased to health because I'm in the health sector. Say October is breast cancer awareness month, right? Almost everybody knows it's breast cancer awareness month. And so a lot of people will be making posts on breast cancer. Please don't sit down and say, oh, for breast cancer day, a lot of people will talk about it. So for me, if I don't talk about it, it won't go far or it's not needed. Yours can stand out. Yours might make that difference. Yours can reach certain corners of LinkedIn that haven't been penetrated yet. And so still make that post. See, it's a new month. Everybody's saying happy new month. Yes, if you want to make the post, make the post. Don't let anything stop you. Don't say somebody has made this post and so media, I'll wait, I'll not make the post. Okay. You can also do it and yours can also stand out and make that difference. And in week 4, engage consistently. Try and comment on 5 posts weekly and reach out to one new person weekly. With these specifics I have mentioned, you can do more. Okay, you can do more for yourself. And LinkedIn has this thing where they track your engagements every week. They even advise that 3 actions should be carried out every week. Okay, you comment and make a post, and I think it's 1 post and 2 comments. Yes. But then you can do more for yourself. I like to do this thing where I post every week It's little by little. It's the very small actions. And like I said, you can't do this alone. If you help someone, that is when someone also helps you. If you read a post that you relate very well to, you like it, and you repost, someone also read your post, feel the same way about it, and repost yours too. The post that I'll say did it for me. That made me see that. Like I think I quickly jumped from about 2,000 followers to 4,000 in a week. And it was a post I made about a Nigerian girl who got abused by her uncle and her cousin, Elizabeth Ochanya. And the Nigerians were reposting. And I was like, okay, what is going on? Because I was still relatively new. It's like, what is going on? But then they were reposting, they were relating. And like I said, the more people repost, it means they are sending your post to their connections. And that was when I got the numbers, I got the followers, and by God's grace, I think I'm almost at 17,000 followers. So you can do it too. This thing, you don't need to be an expert. I never thought I'd be able to do that. I never even dreamed of getting 1,000 followers on LinkedIn. Because I was like, LinkedIn, dear, we can get all. But then this is me today and creating the impact through the other things I do and also showing people the way. So I hope we have learned a lot from this. So with our key takeaways, your degree can make you qualified. Your profile makes you visible. Your content builds credibility, and your network creates the opportunities. The opportunities, they won't come from people who do not know you exist. They won't come for you because you are just sitting in your room, you're not even going anywhere for people to meet you and know that you are capable of this. They will only come to people who the world know they exist. And it won't hurt for, say, 1,000 or more people to know that there's a Joel that lives in Ghana and is doing so and so. It won't hurt at all. If anything, it only adds more to you as a person and to your brand. So I hope we have learned greatly from this. Thank you so much, and I am open for the questions.
Wow. Hey, Charlie. Ekwa. So that's a lot. That's so much. It's like fully packed. Yes, it's so much. For me, I've learned a lot, and I believe a lot of us have equally learned a lot. Also, met Ghana, met the United States of Pukwasi. So, please, we are open for the questions. If you have any question, if you can't talk, you can leave it in the chat. And if you can talk to you, it'll be nice to hear from you. If we have questions, let's ask. Um, Before I start asking mine, so please, let's kindly ask the questions. All right, so two people have lifted hands now. The first one was Emmanuel. Emma, please kindly let's take your question, and then Francisca, I've seen your hand as well. Take your own next. So please, Emmanuel, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening. Okay. Thank you, Laudina, for such a wonderful presentation. Okay, so my question has to do with visibility.
Okay.
I know you didn't make mention about visibility, but then I wanted to find out. So, assuming I've optimized my profile and everything, and then I want to become visible for recruiters, would you what would you suggest I do? Like probably maybe in my post there will be certain keywords, or in my profile I'd have to. I mean, like I have to like enter in some keywords to be in order to become visible to recruiters. I don't know if you could touch on that for me.
Okay. So when setting up your profile, LinkedIn has this option where you can select a banner that says open to work. I don't know if you've seen other people's profiles with that banner. It says open to work. Yes. If you are looking for something like that, you should put that there. And also in your posting, let us know that I possess this skill. Probably you use that skill in while volunteering for something or while handling a project. So you let us also know that, oh, while I was doing this project, I was the lead for so and so and so and so and so. If these people go through your profile and see these real stories you are talking about, they will be moved rather than even you just putting it in your experience or in your skills. I think the stories and the authenticity behind the stories, they are the things that attract people and catch people. Because I'm sure you'll not be the only person on LinkedIn with that skill, right? So you can do that as well in your content. You make it real.
Yeah, so before we move to the next one, Emmanuel, please, are you satisfied with the answer?
Okay.
All right, so I think Emmanuel is okay with that. Francisca, your hand was up. Please kindly unmute and ask the question.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Okay, please, my question is about the skills. You see, normally when you are creating your LinkedIn profile, there's a part where they ask about skills. And for me, I'm a level 100 student offering IT. So I've not got that necessary skills like everything about IT.
Okay.
But then if I want to add something to my skills, do I have to wait to get all the skills before I can post or like I can add to my profile?
Okay. Yes, please. I think you should have the skills before you put them there. Because, like I said, even if we should even move away from IT, you've put there that you're a caterer, and then I come to you and then you can't cook. Then what is the point? Please, do you get it? So you should
Yes.
have them before you put them there. And don't let any pressure catch you. You will see people with a whole list of skills, but then be real to yourself and put on there what you have. Okay. And little by little, like you said, you're in level 100, you still have a long way to go, even after school. And the skills will come. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so please, any other questions? If you have any other question, please kindly. Okay, so Christian wants to ask a question. So please, Christian, kindly go ahead.
Um, okay, thank you for the opportunity. Um, since I'm level 100 and I started LinkedIn early, and I'll be able to get a lot of followers. But I realized that most of my posts I don't get like that much likes, and also um I try as much as possible to gain skills by engaging in online courses with free certificates and all that. But still, the likes, there are not many. And yes, so I want to um, get more likes with the posts I make.
Okay. Okay. I get you, Christian. And it's very understandable. How many followers do you have?
1,100 and something.
Okay. And when you make a post, about how many reactions do you get?
Well, I had that something votes. I posted
Okay.
that was my birthday, and yes.
Okay. Okay. But then what about your impressions? Did you check your impressions?
Yes, people made comments and other
No, I
stuff.
mean impressions
Yes. They were in the hundreds.
in the hundreds. So the
Yes,
impressions is the number of people who have seen your post, but they might not have necessarily liked, commented. One thing too is that, like I mentioned this earlier, the LinkedIn algorithm sometimes it's very weird. A post that you'd expect to get the reactions might not get. But then sometimes you do not look at the numbers, but look at the impact this post can make. Such that even if this impactful post I have made, if it just reaches one person, I will be okay or I'll be satisfied. My job is done. And if the person relates well with the post, if this post helps just one person, my job is done. But then, Christian, I would like to also go through your LinkedIn profile and look at the particular post you even used as an example. Maybe
yeah.
something can be done about your content structuring. And yes, so please leave your LinkedIn handle in the chat
I've
box.
connected to your profile actually.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
So please send me a message right after this. I
sure.
will look at it and we will talk more about it. Okay.
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 Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are still taking questions. Okay, Gabriel. Gabriel wants to ask a question. Okay, Gabriel, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity.
Gabriel, we are getting feedback, but if it's going to happen that way, you can type it, okay, and I will see it.
I think Gabriel joined with two devices, which is the reason. So please kindly, he's the one doing the recording for me. So
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Gabriel, please, maybe you can type it if possible. I'm sure he's typing it. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, that's Francisca. Okay, she's already asked the question.
Yeah.
So Gabriel is typing, I'm sure. Please, is there any other question from anyone? Yeah, but then let me also ask this whilst we wait for Gabriel to type. But you mentioned that before making a post, I think you have to react at least about 30 minutes.
And good.
If you are 30 minutes before and after
Yes.
um, I want to understand that. Why is that so? Why do you have to do that?
Okay. So reacting on other people's posts, that means commenting and not just liking. Okay. It
Okay.
makes you active on the app. So the algorithm is such that it pushes your stuff onto the feed. It
Okay.
makes the app know that okay, I am here, I'm present, I'm active.
Yeah.
You get it? And it also makes other people notice you. If you make a post and I leave a thoughtful comment, maybe what I said sounded really nice to somebody, the person can just open my profile and look me up or check my post or something. Okay, so that also really helps.
And does it have to necessarily be 30 minutes?
Oh no, the 30 minutes is just a timeline for you to be disciplined about it or to help you do it. Okay. Sometimes, like I said, you might not even get that time. You might not have the luxury of that 30 minutes to do before and after. So as many as you can. Sometimes I count. If I know I'm very busy, I count maybe 10 comments before and after. While you are commenting on your own post too, it helps. When you make a post, you comment on your own post first before other people come and comment. That helps as well. So Gabriel's question is in. And Joel, have I answered your question?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay. So he said, how can you make your portfolio visible, specifically above the number of connection feature? Or you mean, do you mean headline, profile picture, banner? Gabriel, is that what you mean? Portfolio link. Oh, okay. Okay. So I think there's a section for that as well. They ask you, for me, while I was creating my LinkedIn, they asked me about my email, and that was even a way for me to get verified. So for portfolio link, let me see. Portfolio link, portfolio link. Do I have mine there? No. Let me see. Gabriel, please give me a minute, okay? I want to check mine and how the verification working. Uh-huh. So when you go to the profile, okay, you see there is this pencil. Let me try and share my screen so that you can see from mine. I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know when you can see. Please, can you see mine? Yes. So when you tap on this pencil beside my, let me say on top of my name, sort of, you tap on it, and then down here it has edit contact info, and you have add website. Okay, so you can put your portfolio link here. You can even add instant messaging, that is if you have a messaging option. Please, are we good? Okay. Any more questions?
Any more questions, please? Do we have some more questions? Okay, so if there are no more questions, I think We are going to leave our dear sister. It's been a very fruitful conversation, trust me. Personally, I've learned a lot, and I'm going to put them to work because our brother is worried. I think, what was that? I didn't check the name, but I think that's Christian. Christian, you are getting, what's the name? 30 something reactions, and you said, what?
Please, Gabriel is
Well,
saying something. I'm sorry
some
to
of
cut
some of
you.
the posts are getting as low as 2, 3, 4 likes and reactions and all that. So I think it's a good build up, especially with a number of 1,100 and something with 30 something reactions. Not so bad. Okay, but
Oh,
I
wait, can
think
I say something? Christian, if it makes you feel any better, even with my 16,000, I have a post with like 80 something reactions. Compare 16,000 to 80 something.
Hmm.
So if it makes you feel any better, yes, it can happen, but that is not the end of it, okay?
Sure.
And Gabriel was also saying something. He said he followed the same process, but it didn't appear. The same process I just did on my profile. It should be the same thing, or you select that edit option, scroll down, edit contact info. It should be there. It should be. It's
maybe
time.
Gabriel, maybe I don't know if you can come with a little clarification on that. He said he followed the same procedure, but it's not there.
Yeah, someone is asking. He's asking, is time on posting a factor? Oh yes, yes, it is. It is. For most people, it's either you post very early in the morning, like 6 a.m., or in the evening, like 5 p.m. going. And this is why. That is when people have just gotten out from bed, or let's say are on their way to work. So they are on their phones. And most likely, one of the first apps they will visit is LinkedIn. So they'll be active on the app. And it works especially for Nigerians. Okay. And in Ghana here as well, it works. After 5, it's the same. They've closed from work, they're on their phones, going on social media. So they will check LinkedIn as well. On weekends, I think it runs through the whole day. For that one, most of the people are home. And so you can make the posting time. But then if you have a posting time, stick to it. There's this lady on LinkedIn, I think right now she has 100,000 followers. Blossom. She's in Nigeria. She has a specific time of post. She always posts at 6 a.m. every morning. So if you know her and you follow her post, every 6 a.m. you're expecting her that she would post. Okay, so it's also a part of your branding, and you can do that as well. Gabriel's hand is up. You can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, Laudina. It, it, your presentation, I really like it. With the process, I tried. You can see my portfolio link on the site, but you have to go to my contact. But I wanted it to be visible right above the connection. I can
Oh,
see some people having it over there, but I tried severally. You can see my GitHub link unless you scroll down. Like
okay.
that I wanted it to be visible. I tried, I watched videos on it with this same process that you demonstrated, but it's not showing.
Joel, do you have Joel has your contact, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I think I'll take it and then I'll go through it with you because the way I showed you, that is how I know how it to be. Okay. Or maybe can you try adding it to your featured section?
Yes, I've tried that same way too.
Hey, then the portfolio link said it will not go. It said it doesn't want to be there. But still, I mean, those are the ways I know how it can be done. But after the call, maybe we can try it together and see how to get it done. Is that fine with you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right. Laudina, like I said earlier, it's been a fruitful conversation. And I might say personally, I learned a lot. I would like to appreciate you so much for making time out of the busy schedules, especially yesterday. You had a very interesting session at KNUST.
Yeah.
Resonate, and
Yes,
I'm
live
sure
your
you
best.
you didn't close early, but you still made time today to be with us. We do not take that for granted. I owe you a lewa, black and white.
Okay.
So, um, we really appreciate that and for sharing this moment with us. And so, guys, please, you too, we appreciate you for making time. People are joining and leaving. But I think a few of us are able to stay out through, and that's quite the discipline we are talking about. It's not easy waking up 6 a.m. Sometimes you wake up at 9. What do you do? Are you not going to post anyway? If you are supposed to post 6 a.m. every day, I'm sure that's something about it. All right, so thank you. And if we want to have this session again, we'll always call on you to come and be and of help to share with us whatever. And we are going to have you share with us, not just about LinkedIn. This is just about LinkedIn. I like the leadership aspect of whatever you are doing. And
Okay.
so it's going to be a time to time something, and we will always call on you. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you very much for joining. We'll have as many of these sessions again later. All right. So we are ending the session now. And if anything, we can always reach out. But like she said, please connect with someone. Okay. Try to connect with someone. I think the people that share their names, I tried connecting with as many of them. So let's connect as well. All right. I think we can end now. Is there any final thing you would like to tell us, Laudina?
Oh, they would say I have basically shared everything that I want to share, but it's not something that happens overnight. Okay, being visible on LinkedIn, it's not something that happens overnight. It's little by little. Bibi ayen kakra kakra. So let's take time. And with what I said to Christian, if you are not getting the numbers, just be patient. If it's just even one life you are touching, that is more important than reaching so many people and it's not making any impact. So let's keep that in mind and let's make more connections, more networks, better networks, and let's all grow together. Thank you also for having me.
All right. All right. Thank you, Lorena. Have a great time and a good evening. Bye bye.